Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're all about cutting through the noise, getting you those key insights from sources you send our way. Today, we're tackling a big question. What if you could slash your data integration costs and get real-time insights without managing any servers? Sounds pretty good, right? But that's the promise of Azure Data Factory. The real question, though, is, are companies actually getting the full value, the real ROI from ADF? Data is obviously critical today. It's everywhere. But just having it isn't the win. The companies really succeeding are the ones turning that raw data into quick, smart actions. And that's where Azure Data Factory, or ADF, is supposed to step in. It's Microsoft's cloud tool for this. But we often see folks adopt it and, well, not quite unlock all its power. So our mission today, explore what real ROI looks like with ADF and, crucially, how you get there. Let's unpack this.
Yeah, and it's interesting because ADF often gets pigeonholed as just another ETL tool, extract, transform, load. But it's really much more, think of it as a smart orchestrator for your data pipelines in the cloud. Built for scale, built for speed. So the question becomes, what actually makes it so powerful for that whole data lifecycle? Not just moving data, but managing it all.
Right.
Well, first off, it has tons of connectors, like hundreds, native connectors to almost anything on-prem, cloud, SaaS apps. But the real kicker, I think, is how it integrates with other Azure services seamlessly.
Like Synapse.
Exactly. Azure Synapse Analytics for big data crunching, Databricks for AI. It works hand in glove. So you're not just moving data, you're prepping it for immediate advanced analytics, batch, real-time, whatever you need. That integration, that's where the capabilities really start translating into tangible ROI.
Okay, that makes sense. It's the ecosystem. So looking at our sources, the companies really nailing ADF seem to get value in about four main ways. Four pillars of ROI, if you like. First one, and it's a biggie. Reduced development time. Building data pipelines traditionally, it takes ages, so much coding, testing. ADF changes that with its visual designer. Drag and drop, connect the dots, kind of. Plus those pre-built connectors and automation. Teams are building complex stuff way faster. Less grunt work coding, more focus on the logic.
Exactly. It's a shift from code-heavy to visual orchestration. Faster, yes, but also less complex for engineers, fewer errors. They can iterate much quicker, respond to business needs faster. That agility is key.
Right. And pillar number two, it's infrastructure light, completely serverless.
Yeah, that's huge.
Remember the days of provisioning servers for peak loads? Managing hardware, patching,
headaches.
gone. With ADF, it's pay as you go. You use it, you pay for what you consume, no big upfront costs, no server management.
It's transformative for IT operations, frees up budget, frees up people. You reinvest that into innovation, not just keeping the lights on.
Okay, third pillar. And this is where, it gets really interesting for the business side. Accelerated time to market for analytics. Faster data integration means faster insights. Simple as that. You can launch that new dashboard quicker, feed your machine learning models faster, set up real-time alerts. It means you can react faster, maybe even experiment more with data because the setup is quicker.
That's a really critical point, moving from reactive to proactive. You can spin up small, focused data outputs, microdata products, maybe test an idea, get an answer fast. That ability to react quickly to the market, that's direct competitive advantage right there.
Definitely. And the last one, number four, overall operational efficiency. Beyond just time and infrastructure savings, ADF automates a lot of the manual grunt work in data ops.
Right.
Less manual work means better data quality, fewer errors. But crucially, it frees up your expensive data engineers and scientists. They're not just wrangling data anymore. They can focus on the high-value stuff, building models, finding insights, driving strategy, optimizing talent, basically.
That sums up the potential nicely. But there's always a but, isn't there?
The catch.
The catch. And our sources really hit this home. You only get these amazing benefits if ADF is implemented strategically. Just installing the tool isn't enough. You need skilled Azure data engineers, architects, people who know how to design for the cloud. Otherwise, you might just be, scratching the surface, leaving value on the table. It needs careful thought.
Right. It's not magic. You need the expertise.
Yeah.
Like having a race car, but needing a skilled driver.
Exactly that.
Okay, so let's make this real. Got any examples of companies doing it right?
Yeah.
Using that strategic approach?
Sure. Let's take retail. Imagine a company with data everywhere, e-commerce, CRM, logistics, all separate silos. Nightmare.
Common problem.
Totally. So they bring in ADS strategically, orchestrate pulling all that data together, transforming it, feeding it into Azure Synapse. The result, real-time sales dashboards. They see trends instantly. Plus predictive inventory models. They can spot supply chain issues coming, adjust stock levels, avoid lost sales, keep customers happy. The ROI isn't just cost saving, it's boosting sales and satisfaction. That hits the top line.
Wow, okay. That's powerful. What about a different sector? Finance, maybe?
Yeah, good one. Financial firms have heavy regulation, lots of complex manual reports, high risk, lots of effort.
Right, compliance is huge.
So they use ADF to automate the whole reporting pipeline, pulling data from dozens of systems, ensuring quality, tracking lineage with Azure Purview for governance, the outcome, drastically reduced compliance risk, consistent, auditable data flows. And they save hundreds of hours of manual work each quarter.
Hundreds of hours.
Yeah. So again, the ROI is way beyond just saving money. It's agility, scale, risk reduction, strategic insight, core business impact.
That really brings it home. It's about strategic implementation, not just the tool itself.
Yeah.
But, people listening might think, okay, sounds great, but surely there are pitfalls, things that go wrong.
Oh, absolutely. It's powerful, but not foolproof. A common mistake is trying to use ADF like an old on-prem ETL tool.
Well, forcing old habits onto new tech.
That's exactly. Leads to inefficient pipelines, higher costs. You need to embrace cloud-native patterns, think differently about data flow. Another is cost management. Pay as you go is great, but if you're not watching carefully, optimizing pipelines, costs can creep up.
So monitoring is key.
Crucial. Understand the pricing, monitor usage, and finally, ignoring data governance. ADF moves data fast, but without quality checks, lineage, access controls, you can create a mess. Using tools like Azure Purview alongside it is vital.
Got it. So strategy, cloud-native thinking, cost monitoring, and governance. Don't skip those. All right, as we wrap up this deep dive, it's time to reflect. If you're using Azure Data Factory, or maybe just thinking about it, ask yourself, are you really getting the full return? Are you unlocking all that potential we talked about? If the answer isn't a clear yes, maybe now's the time to level up your approach. Whether you're leading the business side or you're hands-on with the data, understanding how to use ADF strategically, that's paramount.
It really is. Because the true power here isn't just moving data around faster. It's about fundamentally changing how your organization uses data, turning it from just a resource into a real competitive weapon. Fast, agile, insightful. The question shifts from, do we have data, to how fast can we turn our data into action?
So what does this all mean for you listening? It means the transformation is possible, it's within reach. The final thought is really a question back to you. What will you build with your data?